Hi everyone, welcome to video 7 of the series Patent Agent Exam 2025. My name is Tanu Goyal and I am the director and founder of WSLI. In this video, we are going to cover sections 9, 10 and 11 of chapter 3. These sections in a way lay down the foundation for patent filing, that is, the timeline for filing a patent application in India, what are the forms that need to be submitted while applying for a patent in India, and what are the priority dates of different claims in a complete specification. Coming to section 9, provisional and complete specification. Now let's understand what is the difference between the two and why is it important to file a provisional specification. If you go by the Webster definition or the literal meaning of the word provisional, it means temporary or something that is valid only for a while. In the similar sense, a provisional specification is a first draft or a temporary application that is filed by the inventor or the applicant to the patent office when the invention has not taken its final shape. However, the inventor does not want to lose out on priority. Did this get a bit too technical? Now what does this mean? Whenever you develop an invention, in order to establish its novelty or to claim that it's new, you will have to furnish evidence that it was not anticipated by prior art. That is, prior to the filing date of your patent application, nothing identical to your invention already existed in the public domain. It is for this reason that the Indian Patents Act 1970 bestows the inventor with an option to file the first draft or provisional specification for his invention even when all the technical and functional elements of the invention have not been worked out, but only a few of them are ready. That is, the invention is at a conceptual stage. However, in doing so, the inventor is at least able to secure a priority date for his invention, which blocks others from replicating his invention without his consent. However, no patent application is granted on the basis of a provisional specification. The main differences between a provisional and a complete specification are here on the screen. A provisional specification must include gist of the invention even if claims have not been drafted yet. However, a complete specification requires complete disclosure of the invention along with the claims. When should you file a provisional specification? As soon as a broad disclosure of your invention is ready. That is, even when all the functional and technical elements of your invention are not ready, you can still file a provisional specification to secure a priority date. However, a complete specification must include all the functional and technical aspects, including detailed description with all possible embodiments. To file a provisional specification, you have to pay INR 1600 and that is the only cost you will have to bear. While filing for a complete specification would require INR 1600 along with the cost of other forms such as early publication, examination, etc. A provisional specification does not get published, so it preserves the confidentiality of your invention. However, a complete specification gets published after 18 months unless an early publication has been requested. Multiple provisional applications can be filed within 12 months of filing the first provisional application. However, only one complete or non-provisional specification is allowed as per the Indian Patents Act 1970. A provisional specification is valid only for 12 months, and if a complete specification is not filed after the 12 months, then the provisional application gets abandoned. A complete specification, once granted, is valid for 20 years plus patent term extension or adjustment if granted. Now let's read section 9.1. Where an application for a patent, not being a convention application or an application filed under the PCT designating India, is accompanied by a provisional specification, a complete specification shall be filed within 12 months from the date of filing of the application, and if the complete application is not so filed, the application shall be deemed to be abandoned. Moving on to section 9.2, where two or more applications in the name of the same applicant are accompanied by provisional specifications in respect of inventions which are cognate or of which one is a modification of another, and the controller is of opinion that the whole of such inventions are as such to constitute a single invention and may properly be included in one patent, he may allow one complete specification to be filed in respect of all such provisional specifications. Now let's take an example that the inventor filed the first provisional application on January 1, 2024. He wants to add another element to this invention, for which he files another provisional application on March 1, 2024. Now, because the two inventions are cognate or related to each other, or in the scenario where P2 is a modification of P1, the controller may allow a non-provisional application or complete application for both of these provisional applications, and they have to be it has to be filed within 12 months from filing of the provisional application that was filed on January 1. Coming to section 9.3, where an application for a patent not being a convention application or an application filed under the PCT designating India is accompanied by a specification purporting to be a complete specification, the controller may, if the applicant requests at any time within 12 months from the date of filing of the application, direct that such specification shall be treated for the purposes of this Act as a provisional specification and proceed with the application accordingly. To explain this section, let's say an inventor filed a provisional specification on January 1, 2024. He gets confident that I can file a non-provisional or a complete specification, so goes ahead on March 1, 2024. However, during the course of time, he realizes that it is not complete and should not be considered a non-provisional specification. He thereby requests controller to treat this as a provisional application. In this case, this NPN will now be treated as a provisional specification, and the inventor would be required to file a non-provisional 2 or complete application claiming priority from the provisional that was filed on January 1. Coming to section 9.4, where a complete specification has been filed in pursuance of an application for a patent accompanied by a provisional specification or by a specification treated by virtue of a direction under subsection 3 as a provisional specification, the controller may, if the applicant so requests at any time before grant of patent, cancel the provisional specification and post-date the application to the date of filing of the complete specification. This explains the concept of post-dating. So let's understand this. Let's say an inventor filed a provisional application on January 1, 2024, and subsequently a non-provisional application or complete application was filed on November 1. Due to certain reasons, the applicant requests controller to cancel provisional 1 that was filed on January 1. So now the filing date of NP1 becomes the priority date after post-dating. Coming to section 10 of the Indian Patents Act 1970, this section deals with the contents of the patent specifications, whether provisional or complete. This particular section is quite self-explanatory. However, you should read it along with Rule 13 so as to be able to understand what are the different details involved and what all is to be included in a patent specification. Many questions have been asked from section 10.4. So please read this very carefully. I will leave a few links in the description below to help you understand what all questions can come and how to answer these questions in detail related to biological material. Now let's have a look at Form 2, which is filed along with Form 1 whenever you are filing for a patent application in India. Form 2 is mainly for provisional or complete specification. Here you can see the things that we need to include in a provisional or complete specification. Title of the invention, description of the invention, claims if it is a complete specification, and abstract of the invention which can be changed by the controller. Coming to section 11, this section talks about the priority date of an invention. This section can be a bit confusing and difficult to understand, so let's take different scenarios to understand the concept well. To understand section 10.2, let's consider this example. An inventor has filed a provisional application or a non-provisional application which was converted to provisional by virtue of section 9.3. He has disclosed the entire subject matter to which the claims relate to. Now, within 12 months of filing this application, he files the complete specification. So, the priority of the claims will depend on provisional application that was filed earlier. To understand section 10.3, let's take this example. The inventor files provisional application in which incomplete subject matter is disclosed. However, after a period of 3 months, he files another provisional application which discloses the subject matter completely. So now, when the non-provisional application is filed within 12 months of filing of first provisional application, the claims would take priority from provisional 2 because the claims relate to the subject matter that is disclosed in provisional 2. To understand section 10.3, an inventor files a provisional application on January 1 in which the subject matter related to claim 1 is disclosed. He files another provisional application after a period of 3 months where the subject matter related to claim 2 is disclosed. Within 12 months of filing of first provisional application, he files the complete specification or NP1. Now, claim 1 of this NP1 will take priority from P1, while claim 2 of NP1 will take priority from P2. With this, we come to the end of this video. If you have any doubts related to priority dates or how to file a provisional application and when to file it, please write to us in the comments down below and your questions will be answered within 24 hours. I will see you in the next video.